everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Coco Chanel. If you are a first time viewer or just a passerby, make sure you go over and hit that subscribe button. Then click that notification bell to let you know every time your girl is making an upload. And if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. Again, I'm not gonna hold y'all long. Y'all know when I get some gems, I like to tell somebody else. Well, to just get right into it, um, today, um, wasn't a bad day, but you know how you start to have those sinking feelings, like when God is opening doors for you, and it's like, am I really ready? For what God has in store for you. It's like the things that you've been praying for. You're like, once God starts to bring them into fruition, you know what I mean? It's a bit scary. So like I talk to the same people sometimes every day, and sometimes people don't get what you're saying, or they try to dissect exactly what you're saying, especially when it's like, no, I'm telling you straight up, and then they dissect it like, no, it's nothing else. So it make you not want to really just talk to anybody about your problems. And I'm not sure if anybody else is facing that, but I got on here because y'all know anytime I get gems, I want to be able to let y'all know, because my sole purpose and my point of my channel is to encourage, to get to those that has been down and out, and couldn't find their way and things like that. I always want them to know that they have somebody, and I always want to keep people uplifted and encouraged. You know what I mean? And prayer. You know what I mean? And I always want to see people do good. So that was one of the reasons I kept going with my channel, and you all have been a big help for that. But I'm not gonna go over my story because I already told you all when I did the get to know me night. I already told y'all my story, but I told y'all the same story and got so many encouraging words. But when people ask you in person, and you give bits and pieces, I just never just sit down and broke everything down, like I did on here. And it's still a lot of stuff, you know, that go through my mind sometimes. But I just, when you give it to God, you give it to God. So we're not gonna get into all of that, but I'm happy because um like I said, I got on here and told y'all, and y'all were very encouraging, very helpful, um, you know, helping me grow, and y'all been growing with me, and I've been able to see you all on your pages, the way you all been growing, and that does something good for my heart, when basically that's all you want to do. I can get on here and say a joke to you all, and you all laugh and show me love, and that it's not you know, nothing bad behind it. I'm not just judged and things like that. When all I want to do is, when somebody comes to my page, I want you to feel encouraged. I want you to laugh. I want you to escape what's going on around you for a second and just relax and release. So whenever you go back to the problem you have, you can face it with a clear head and know that you got it. You know what I mean? So I really want to appreciate y'all. That's why I really want to do something special for my viewers. You know what I mean? So God is working with me, and I'm working out some things because I really, really, really want that. I really want to thank you all for being everything that you have been. Because when I say I couldn't talk to anybody in person but my family, and I feel like everybody else didn't understand, or people try to dissect you, it's like I don't even want to talk to anybody anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like, just I just want to, chill out. You know what I mean? But I thank God for you all, because you let me know, hey, not everybody thinks the same way. And there are some people that loves people in spite of. And nobody, I didn't see any comments. I don't know whatever you said at home, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In my comments, and when I begin people write me and things like that, it's always so encouraging to hear that I encourage someone, and that's my life goal. It really is. And I went and talked to my little sister, and I never really just I go get talk to her about bits and pieces, but I never really just talked to her about everything like I talked to you all. So I went over, and she was just like, let me pour out my heart, and I just repeated everything that I told you all, already. And it was so refreshing because she didn't dissect it. She didn't say no, it had to be something else. She didn't say no, I don't think that, this. She listened. She listened and she encouraged. And I know, although that's my little sister, but sometimes the encourager needs some encouraging. You know what I mean? So she let me sit over there, and I just, like I said, you all already know, but she was my little sister, so we don't necessarily just go to her to tell everything. But I was able to sit down and I just talked to her about it, and she did the same thing y'all did. And she gave me this video that she said she watched. She told me, she said, don't worry. She said, things come up in my mind when I was treated bad and things like that, or someone was really mean to me or something. She said, sometimes they come up in my mind and I always ask myself why or something like that. She said, but what keeps my mind straight, same thing for me, is she said, prayer. And I said, well, I'm a prayer and things like that. She said, no, I want you to go deeper. And so she gave me this video, and the video basically was saying, y'all. Now, for those of y'all that constantly, it's a battle. It's a battle, and you just want to win, and I want to see people win. But like I said, the video it said that you have to um, basically redo your mindset, and what it is everything that you were thinking that happened to you. Your mind gets so fixated on what happened and a security blanket for you, because that's the easiest thing for your mind to do. And so you have to reprogram your mind to take away those evil things that happen and replace them with good things. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am loved. There are people that really care about me. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody wants to see you down bad. Um, Not everybody is rooting for your downfall. Not everybody wants to see things taken from you, because nobody knows what you went through. Nobody knows what you went through. You know what I mean? And so when you're kind of treated funny, when you're just you know, it's like people want you to change who you are. So it's like I've always been quiet. Those things, like I've already told y'all, so I don't have to keep reiterating. But it felt good to actually talk to somebody in person, in front of me. You know what I mean? Well, besides my dad. But it was good to talk to somebody in front of me and tell the exact same thing that I told you all, because it is my truth. You know what I mean? I can say it out loud and in public, because it's my truth and it's not shady or malicious or anything. It's my truths. You know what I mean? And so when I get on here to tell y'all the truth, it's because I want you to see me for who I am, and to know I went through something, and is really working with me. God has really brought me back from a long way. You know what I mean? When when I just felt like giving up, because I didn't understand, you know. So the like I said, the video was like reprogramming your mind. You have to constantly tell yourself it's a process. It's a process. You have to tell yourself these things every single day. Even I really found out that there are some people that you don't even think they have problems or have insecurity problems, or people come after them and do certain things and stuff like that. you know I really never, sorry y'all, I really never knew that, because you look at some people and be like, I know they don't have no problems, and I know ain't nobody messing with them, and I know just things. And you find out, yes, they have big insecurities. Yes, they have to they have affirmations. And I had someone to tell me, I keep a booklet and I write things down to encourage myself every day. And I was like, I do the same thing, and I thought I was weird for doing that. But you have to really speak over yourself and encourage yourself. So not everybody is going to take you, and it let me know that not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody thinks something bad. You know what I mean? So I really, really appreciate her, like I said, for accepting my truth. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't dissect it. She didn't say it could have been something else, or are you sure that happened? Or she didn't do none of that. She didn't be like, I think she crazy or blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't even there, but she saw how hurt I was, how much I used to, cry to my dad because my dad's house is a safe haven. You know, I would leave my own house. I would have my own, of course. You know what I mean? But I would still go spend the night at my dad's house because that's where I felt safe. That's where I felt, you know, um, I was really loved, and I feel like I wasn't picked over, and it's just my dad's house is like my granny used to be. Y'all know how I said, I patterned myself after my granny, and stuff like that because she always brought a sense of peace. And she was different, she was quiet, but she'd get on your tail if you step out of line. And she really let me know. She said, "You spoke your truth and you got it out." And she said, "You have nothing to prove." And she was just saying, God is in control. So anytime I get some gems from someone, I like to always get on and encourage someone else, you guys. So I sit at my dad's house so long because he don't stay that far from me, and everything lit up with where I'm going home. So, my dad may stay maybe 3 minutes away from me, maybe. Mm. But yeah, I stayed over there because I feel really good. The foundation is beautiful, you know what I mean? And I really, really, really appreciate her letting me, there was a person, well, beside my dad, but actually had a person in front of me that accepted my truth and didn't pick it apart like it was something else. You know what I mean? So whatever you all are going through, I'm telling y'all, it's a process. It's truly a process. Get it out, speak your truth, and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. So, and don't be malicious and things like that. Just keep it pushing, y'all. So I hope, like I said, I hope I help someone. Just reposition your mind, reposition your thinking, and what you put into your mind after so long, it starts to regenerate that. See, your safe haven is okay, they're messing with me, or somebody saying this and somebody saying that, and why people don't realize that if it was true they would come directly to me, or blah 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 blah, yakety smack, all that bull crap that I really don't even care about no more. You know what I mean? Because God is in control. You understand what I'm saying? And I was able to sit there and she understood it. She understood it and she said exactly what I be thinking. Like, she was like, baby, if there's any truth to it, it wouldn't have to be hidden from you. you know. So I appreciate that because I was like, wow, somebody else actually thinks. But I just had to say, just reprogram your mind every time that negative try to come in, because that's a safe haven for your brain, a defense mechanism. Anytime it go into, well, why this happened? Let it go. Start being busy. Start thinking about the goodness. Start thinking about what God has done for you, the works that you want to do for God. Start thinking about the good people that really love you, that's around you, that want to see you win and don't want to see you down and out and hurt and stuff like that. And it replaces all those negativities. Now, it's a process. It is a process because your brain does jump to a defense mechanism. Because like I said, when people come at you and do so much, the first defense is, let me just get away from everybody. Like, I don't, let me just get away. Because I'm the type of person, I don't be wanting to argue with nobody because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business of trying to hurt somebody. Now, if you just keep getting down and right disrespectful, then I need to let you know you're hurting me. But other than that, I've been through so much these past couple of years that you don't let a lot of things bother you, and I praise God for that. But yes, just keep praying, y'all, and I'm gonna keep praying for y'all. And like I said, anytime I have anyone to encourage me or throw some seeds into me, I want to throw the seeds into you all, because I do understand that we all go through something, and everybody is not strong all the time. Sometimes you have a breaking point, because I've ignored a lot in life, and then when something tear you down, it kind of mess you up a little bit. You know what I mean? But what I did was, and I'm thankful that even though what was, clouding my mind and things like that was going on, what was going on around me was making me cry, making me sad all the time. I still knew in my heart who God was, and God still never took his hands off me. You got to think about Job when the devil ran to and fro looking for a soul to take. And when God said, "Have you considered my servant Job?" Job never gave up on God. Job, everything was taken from Job. His cattle killed. He was stricken with diseases. His money was gone. Everything was stripped from him. But he never cursed God. He still knew who God was. And in the end, God blessed Job tenfold. God blessed Job tenfold. So let's think of the mind of Job. Things happen for the reason. Even God himself was tempted. Well, Jesus was tempted. You know what I mean? So nobody's really exempt from, you know, things like that happening. But who are we to say, I don't want that to happen to me? You know what I mean? Because if he died on the cross for our sins and sins he didn't commit when he was a perfect man, a perfect person, he had no fault. We can't take the little bit and continue to fight in the army that we need to. So why would God need us if we can't continue to fight, if little things tear us down? So, like I said, y'all, I just wanted to come and give y'all that little encouragement. And I feel good. I feel renewed. Every time I go to my dad's house, I just feel loved. So I love you guys. I hope you all had a really blessed day. I pray over you all's weekend. I'll make sure that I pray for you all tonight, like I always do, you know. And don't forget to pray for somebody else. I know we worry about ourselves all the time, but don't forget to pray for somebody else. I thank y'all for loving on me, and I thank y'all for listening to me and still being encouraging and still never leaving my side. So I love you guys, and I wish many more blessings to come for you all. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.